Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Ryan English. I'm the president, co-founder of Flymotion Unmanned Systems. Our headquarters is based in Tampa, Florida. A little bit about myself. I've got close to about 17 years between the government and working in public safety. Prior to starting Flymotion, I spent the last 8 years assigned in special operations within fire rescue, but I was assigned over to the sheriff's office as a sworn deputy on the SWAT team in Tampa for Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office, which is the 5th largest in the country. Also have worked for fire rescue. I'm still a state certified firefighter, paramedic, law enforcement officer and whatnot, and prior to that I was active duty Coast Guard doing drug and migrant interdiction. Started the company about 3 years ago, where we really saw the benefit of drone technology, and why we wanted to be involved in it was given our background, both myself and my business partner, and how beneficial we saw the technology for public safety use. And we really saw it as the next technological revolution and piece of equipment that was going to really, I think you'll see it on every fire scene in the next few years. And so one of the things that that we did about 2 years ago is we took the drone, and obviously we saw that as a data capture device tool, but we wanted to take it beyond just the drone. And so we started building mobile drone command and control vehicles and solutions around command and control, live broadcasting out the information, sending it to people off-site, and basically providing a hub for the management and control of all the data. And so I'll get in showing a little bit about that. And so we work, I'll show you, here we're kind of talking about our vehicle solutions and then our new portable solution. But we also work with a variety of other custom solutions, predominantly in the DoD space with the SOCOM community. Our office is about 10 minutes from SOCOM, so I'm over there usually on a almost bi-weekly basis. We have some special programs that we're working with SEALs right now and Delta Force. So anyway, this was just a boat intercept. Obviously, we've all seen the great drone videos. And where this brings an example is obviously the live operator during this operation. He of course sees what he's seeing, but how do we get that information to an incident commander live that maybe is not on the scene yet, and broadcast out that information? So with the vehicles, obviously we can do that. It's just a picture from Port of Tampa that we had deployed a system on, and had some security folks looking at that remotely. Just real quick on a UAV, UAS, and what actually a drone stands for. Obviously, drone has kind of become the standard term that everybody's familiar with. UAV is the drone unmanned aerial vehicle. It's basically an aircraft without a human pilot. The UAS is the complete system. So to include the UAV, the ground control station, which is obviously what I'll show you that we specialize in building, and any other equipment necessary for the operation of the UAV. Drone stands for Dynamic Remotely Operated Navigation Equipment. Okay, and the flight with a drone is either going to be controlled autonomously by computers or under the remote control of a pilot on the ground. UAVs and drones are not new, even though we're seeing this massive development over the past probably about 24 to 36 months. So just so you kind of have a better understanding, birth of UAVs, the earliest attempt of a powered unmanned aerial vehicle was back in 1916. The birth of UAVs began in 1959 when the U.S. Air Force were concerned about losing pilots over hostile territory, and on August 2nd, 1964, the U.S. Navy initiated America's highly classified UAVs into the first major combat mission of the Vietnam War. Obviously, UAVs on the DoD space are used multiple times on a daily basis. And now, obviously, we're looking to how that can spill over into public safety use. And from my perspective, working many years for a very large department, there's not a day or a shift that goes by that I could not think where a drone could actually be deployed on a scene. So how does a UAS benefit a public safety operation? The UAS will be deployed to capture high-definition photographs, video, thermal imaging of targets and or assets that previously had to be viewed from an aircraft, helicopter, or that were too remote, too dangerous, or too expensive to deploy other assets. As FAA regulations permit in the near future, UAS may be used to deliver, deploy items beyond line of sight, for example, drop equipment, medical supplies, life-saving equipment, and more. And obviously, as those beyond line of sight operations are done, you need something to be able, from a safety perspective, be able to manage that beyond just the pilot looking at a monitor, and that's where the operations center that we'll show you here in a minute is where we really feel that is beneficial. One of the most important reasons for implementing a UAS program is to advance the aerial capabilities while providing cost-effective rapid response technology. Many applications, scene recon, intel gathering, post-accident, evidence reconstruction, crime scene documentation, SAR operations, SWAT, ERT operations, thermal imaging analysis, fire monitoring, exposure control on brush fires, natural disasters, domestic terrorism, active shooter, hazmat, CBR, and EOD suspicious devices. Nice thing about a UAS is not only can it go where it would be unsafe to send public safety personnel and emergency responders, UAS can go to areas that are simply inaccessible any other way. UAS can obtain and stream live HD video to multiple users and other groups at the agency during any incident type. And it is quieter than a typical air asset, yielding a tactical advantage. That kind of more dictates on our law enforcement clients. But cost benefits. UAS can be acquired for as little as $1,500. The average helicopter cost of operations is $750 to $1,000 per hour. Cost effective, allowing multiple systems to be deployed throughout a region or area. Once you have multiple systems, obviously command and control then becomes an important piece to monitor all those. Maintenance costs are minimal. UAS operational costs average $3.36 per hour. Further advancing UAS capabilities, that's what we started developing about 2 years ago. UAS command and control have the ability to live remote broadcast, beyond line of sight operations, providing a network hub, rapid response and deployment. The key is obviously getting it on scene and quick and being able to spool up the operation. Having a hub for the UAS operation management and storing images and videos. This is inside one of our vehicles, our Trident, and I'll just kind of show you. So on this we've got 2 independent flight stations. Every vehicle that we do is custom built per client specs. So this is just our demo truck. This has made its way all around the country, but 2 independent flight stations here. We've got Ka-band satellite systems, LT systems on board. We've got a 52-foot mast on there where we're downlinking all the RF for the drones to be able to flight control. Yes, everybody always asks, do you have the ability to fly beyond line of sight in here? Yes, we do. We have not currently been granted an FAA beyond line of sight waiver, so we don't typically do it for our U.S. operations. But the vehicle does have the ability to do it. That's the outside of the vehicle, variety of different sensors and equipment on the top there. This is our, actually, sorry, let me flip back here. And this will just kind of show a little bit about the vehicle itself. You can kind of see a little bit more inside here. There's the 2 operators. We've got a rack. It's got all of our different servers and data management equipment there. There's another shot inside there. We can get seat about 8 people inside here. We have the ability to live HD broadcast. Yes?
6 seconds.
Left?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Live HD broadcast, signal reliability, obviously, with the 52-foot mast. And as I mentioned, command and control for disaster response and a variety of different public safety requirements. And we are all self-contained as well. Are good, or?
Right on. If you got any questions, real quick, we can do one or two questions.
I got a cost question for you. You said your cost was about $3 something per hour?
On the UAS?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's that based on? Because I'm seeing a lot of equipment and personnel involved.
That's on the UAS itself. Yeah. So that's not obviously calculating costs as far as, you know, everybody's operations are different. You have departments operating something as simple as a DJI Phantom single. You have some departments that are operating fixed wing platforms, multiple UAVs. You know, I mean, we sell systems that are $150,000. So that's would be typically on a piece of equipment like this, something DJI Phantom, Inspire, things like that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.